recording. We are live. Woo! It is Detroit Black Farmer Land Fund time. All right, hold on, everyone. I gotta turn on my light. It's getting dark in here. All right. All right, peace, family. All right, we're recording and we're on Zoom, but let me go live to Facebook real quick. And hey, Tish, how you doing?
Hello.
Okay, okay. Right, people are coming in the waiting room. Let me see. I kind of want this to go. Hey, Brenda.
Hey, Mama Erin.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm sorry I missed your call the other day.
I was just gonna say I got your voicemail, so no worries. So I guess I owe you a phone call, right? So I will get back to you as soon as I've been planning for this. Well, not just this event. So this is the last. This is the last of the events that were happening virtually today for the D-Town Harvest Fest. So
okay.
I have been planning the Harvest Fest and putting that together, and that has been a lot of work, but it's been a wonderful day. I think it's been really nice. So so peace. Candace, how you doing?
Peace and blessings. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
I'm well.
Good. I'm just waiting for a couple other of our co-founders to join, and then we'll get started. Hey, Sherry, did I say hi to you yet?
Hey.
So nice to see you here. Okay, so hold on. I'm trying to
Great to be here.
live. I'm trying to okay, so I'm doing a couple of things. Trying to make sure we are live on the site. We are. I see us. We're looking good, looking black and beautiful. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure we have audio though. That's important. We do. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all for being here on time. Of course, we wait for a couple and then we will start making our announcements. And let me see if I can share this to DBCFSN's page. I think I can. Let's see. I'm like a Facebook expert now. I just want Facebook Live expert. I want everyone to know. Okay, this is gonna. I know. I can run your Facebook event. Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right. Give me just a moment, everyone. Thanks for your patience.
Hey, Miss Brenda.
Hey, I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm well. Thanks for speaking in the Urban Roots class. I took your advice and I got one of those little binders that you did. It's been coming.
I'm telling you, still to this day, like I just reach over, like literally, I'm in my office, bam, I just reach over and grab this thing, and it has every single thing in it. Anything you, when you get done, and get you a spiral like this, a big spiral.
Yep, I got
like
one.
With 5 sections, and then I just break them down. I get one every year. I get a new one, and I just break it down into like one section is my beekeeping, one section is my gardening. You know, the other section is anything I apply for, and you just keep all that stuff together, like at a glance, and it's gonna help you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that.
Where are you getting your land at?
Over in the State Fair Nolan area.
Okay. Like 8 Mile, 7 Mile?
Yeah, off of 8 Mile. It's like
okay.
Danbury. I'm trying to think what else was over there. It's like there was a park over there. I'm sorry, I'm not from Detroit, so I can't remember the park like right now, but I'll let you know later. But it was like an abandoned park, so like nothing's over there now.
Wow. I want to come see it.
I'm. Can you do you mind putting your information in the chat?
Nope.
I want to come and see your farm as well too.
Sure, I absolutely will. Let me look. I got this new touchscreen thing going on, and I'm like lost in the sauce. So give me a minute. I'm like slow with it.
It's totally.
But I'm gonna do it. Hey, this one, I'm gonna put it in there. Put my name. I'm gonna give you my phone number. Anybody can have my phone number. If I don't answer, text me. I get back to Texas because I can look at them and make a mental like, oh, I gotta call this person. If you go into voicemail on my personal phone, it's not gonna happen. But please follow the page on Facebook. Do you have a Facebook page?
Yeah, I sure do.
Okay.
And
Let me put it in.
we're live on Facebook now also, so please, it would be now. I don't think they can see the chat. So if you still want to share your phone number with each other, I think
Okay.
but yeah, make sure like maybe everyone can rename themselves if you have a Facebook page or an IG that you want to share. Maybe make that your name, right? So then the people watching can see, because I know a lot of people have been asking today in terms of the D-Town Harvest Fest. They're like, where are the farms? How can we help? That kind of thing. So we want people to know, like where are the black urban farms here in the city, and where can they go to volunteer? People love volunteering at farms now, I think. So, and it's a good way to learn. Also, hey TC and Josh, I saw you guys joined as well. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Let me.
Good evening, and thank you for the invitation.
Okay, good. I see people are in the chat. Sorry, TC, say what you said again. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm sorry. I was just thank you for the invitation, and hello, everyone.
Awesome. So yeah, I just want to give people, it's 5:03, 5:04. So we'll give people another minute, right, to join, and then I want to start making the announcements, right, letting people know who are Detroit's newest and most exciting 40 newest black urban farmers who are going to be working to get their land, buy their land, improve their land, and continue growing for our community. So snaps for all of you. This is just as much, when you all apply to be, from a land fund, it's it's an investment, it's a commitment. And but it's a commitment to our community, right? Like, it's not necessarily a commitment to us. It's a commitment to our community. So we are just super honored that you all, say hey. My little one will come out here at some point. So yeah, we'll just.
I was just about to ask where Saluna was.
Oh, you already know. She's like, she's been good all day though. I'll give her that. But you'll see, she's on some of the videos from today. You'll see, like, grabbing my face. She does the thing where she like wants to smush my face, and I'm like, everyone can see this. Why are you embarrassing me like this? But it's okay. It's okay. We are still here. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get ready. Let me get up my documents with y'all's pictures so I can share my screen. Oh, so Luna, they were just asking. Sherry was just asking about you. You want to say hello?
Hey, Saluna.
David, everybody? Hey. Good. Okay. All right. I need to get. Where's the document? Here it is. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me get myself together. Here, take the phone. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. And hold on. Hello to those of you who are just joining. Thanks for being here. Where is very nice slideshow? Not slideshow, but like, slides. Pictures that you all submitted. All right, it is 5:06. I know some folks are rolling in, but I want to get started, just to be respectful of everybody's time. And here we go. All right, I got the slideshow. I'm pulling it up, so I am ready to show it. Okay, Thanks, everyone. I am Aaron Bevel. I am one of the co-founders. I think some of my other co-founders are supposed to be joining me. They are amazing, dynamic women. So I hope that they will grace us with their presence. But of course, everyone is super busy right now. Again, it's a harvest fest. Everyone's, putting their gardens to bed, et cetera, et cetera. So people have a lot of things going on. But we are here. I am a board member of the Detroit Black Community Food Security Network. The Detroit Black Farmer Land Fund is made up of 3 local urban farming organizations. So my organization, DBCFSN, the Keep Growing Detroit, and Oakland Avenue Urban Farm. So these 3 larger urban farms came together last year and recognized, just with COVID and again the dual pandemics, really after George Floyd and Breonna Taylor were murdered, and we saw everyone kind of really tired of more of the same, and pushing for that change, right? And this is something that the Detroit Black Farmer Land Fund had been in, it was a dream, right, for a while. And last year kind of pushed it into reality. It pushed it into fruition. And we thought, we came together and we were like, oh, we'll raise like $5,000 for Black farmers. And we started this GoFundMe, and we had $5,000 within like a couple of hours. And we were like, oh wow. And so to be, from that, starting thinking we're gonna get $5,000 to raising over $100,000 this year, y'all. $100,000 to put more Black farmers in Detroit on land is just, it's such a testament to, I think, a few things. How important the work is that we're all doing, right? Like not just us in stewarding the fund, but you all in returning to the land and bringing gardening and farming back to your communities. But also just to where our society is, where we are, and that people are willing and able to, to support this. And people shouldn't necessarily have to grow on land that they can't afford, or like financing is the only barrier, right? And so, and I saw that my co-founders, Mama Shakira, hold on just a minute, just joined. So I want to say hello to her. I want to ask her if she has anything to add before we go into the slideshow of the awardees. And Saluna is back, as you see. But yeah, Mama Shakira, you got anything to add?
My dad told me about this. Hey, peace, Mama Aaron, and peace, everyone. I don't. Yeah, please continue on. Congrats again to everyone.
Hey, Moya. Yep, all the babies. We love seeing babies on the screen too. So don't feel bad. Yes, look at that face. Okay. Yeah, so thank you all for being here. And let me share my screen so I can show. I want to give Neil a shout out. Neil is an intern at Keep Growing Detroit, and he was instrumental in helping to put this together. So I really want to thank him for doing that. I wish that it was like slide by slide, but it's not. But here, this is what we have, y'all. So just want to honor everybody. And so I'm just gonna run through. These are all the pictures that I have from you all. If you're not on here, or I don't have your picture, please make sure, if you share it with me somehow, like email it to me or something, I will make sure to share it on the screen. Okay, so we want everybody to get their due. So these are the folks that have been selected. So, and before I start, I guess, let me talk for just a second about our application process, right? Which, again, so we're also live on Facebook. So this is also, of course, you all know about our application process because you've gone through it, but want to just talk about how important that is to the selection process. But I also see that Mama T just joined. I think she's only gonna be here for a minute, but hey, Mama T, she's another one of our co-founders.
Peace, family.
Hey. How you doing?
I am good. I am excited.
I know, right? Thank you I'm glad. I didn't know if you were going to be able to join, but thank you so much for making the time. And I'm also, okay, and everybody also is putting their info in the chat, so that's awesome, so that you guys can connect with each other. I think that's really important. So just our application process, we, crowdfunded, and through, personal donations, we're able to raise over $100,000 this year. And what we do in our application process is we really kind of ask some hard questions to help determine who is not just, you know, willing and able to farm and garden, but who is going to be, you know, successful, right? And when we say successful, we mean, you know, we know that the process with the city, you know, can be difficult to, you know, to move forward, and, you know, making sure that you're, you know, staying on top of that. You know, we talk about in our application how land ownership is a big responsibility, right? And so, you know, what does that mean? And are you willing and able to do that? And of course, we know that our people are able to do that. And so it's exciting to be able to support, you know, the projects and dreams of folks who are, you know, utilizing, again, going back to the land and bringing, you know, farming and gardening back to their communities, as a healing modality, right? As a survival tactic, you know, as something, and as a spiritual practice, right? So anyway, I'm not going to talk for too much longer. I just wanted to, you know, put all that out there. And Mama T, if there's anything you have to add, please just go ahead and jump in. But I was going to start with the awardee announcements. So first we have Audrey Allen, and let's see, ALLENE BAITY. And again, if I'm wrong on any of these pronunciations, please jump in and correct me. Okay, Catherine Bird and Joseph Clark. We have wonderful, wonderful pictures of some of these folks. TC, or is it Tacunia? I think it's good, but I always call you TC, so I don't want to say it wrong.
Collins.
Okay, yep, okay, thank you. And there's Candace Elliott. All right, Lachey Esther, there's Brenda. Miss Brenda is on with us too. Woo-hoo.
I don't have my picture now. Thanks.
All right, William Gardner and Darius Hardrick. I love these photos. Zoe, Lorenzo Heron, Jacqueline Lindsay. I'll give folks a chance too to talk about your project. Detroit Hives, Nicole Lindsay, Joshua McAllister. Josh is on with us, I believe. Yes, there he is. Tiffany Pilson, Yolanda Russell, Asmara Ruth Affelwork, JUANNETTE SNYDER. Sherry is on with us. Sherry Smith. TISH TANSIL is also on with us. Regina Tillman, I believe she is on with us. And again, if you've joined and I just didn't see you, I apologize. Oop, I skipped some people. Angela Lugo Thomas in HP. So finally we got into Highland Park. Michael Wilson, JENIA and Alexis, Gabrielle Knox and Jasmine Evans, that's North End. New Leaf Detroit, L'Oreal and Dennis. L'Oreal and Dennis also are videographers. They did an amazing video for the Detroit Black Farmer Land Fund this year. Finnegan's Farm, I saw the Finnegan folks on here, and the Uganda Community of Michigan. That's a super exciting project. So I just thank you so much for those of you who were able to send some of these pictures so folks can see, you know, kind of the work that's already been done and the work that we are, you know, supporting. And oh, hold on, someone said something in the chat. But yeah, Mama Shakira says she has to go because her phone's about to die. But congratulations. Oops. No, Salona, stop. Congratulating everybody, right, who was able to, you know, who applied, put a lot of thought and energy into the application, right? So also about the application, it made sure that we were. No, my phone's not about to die. I know, hey, I'm talking, so I need you to be quiet. Okay, if you're gonna be here, thank you. Making sure that folks have their plot plan, right? You know, have some knowledge about the land that they're trying to purchase or grow on, that the community is connected to them and that they are connected to the community. So, you know, not just, you know, giving people money to get on land necessarily, right? But also making sure that we're building communities that support, Black people growing their own food, right? And so just, so I'm gonna stop sharing just for a second because when I'm sharing, I can't see everybody's face. So, but I see everybody that's here still, and I want to give folks a chance to introduce themselves and talk about the project that you're going to be doing with your funds from the Detroit Black Farm and Land Fund. I'm a virtual instructor, so I'm always inclined to use the raise hand function, but this is not a class, so everyone can kind of just popcorn if they want, or if you want to raise your hand, then yes, I will call on you. But I'd love for you guys to introduce yourselves and talk about your projects. And Brenda, I'm going to start with you just because you're in the top left-hand corner of my screen, and that just makes sense to me.
Bam. So what I'm going to do with my funds is I'm going to purchase some fencing for the 2 lots that I acquired last year through the Black Farm and Land Fund. So they're adjacent to a lot I already had a property, and I had started, I forgot, I don't know what they're called. They're like farm fencing, like the 2 split rail fences, just across the front, stop people from coming through pretty much. So I'm going to continue on with that project to border off the other sides, and then probably put some like chicken wire netting up to keep the animals from cutting across through.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, and then congratulations again to you. I know, yes, you already had a garden that you were working on. You got some more land through the Black last year, and are one of our first infrastructure awardees. So this year, we are also funding folks that may already have their land, but need some support with infrastructure, because that's important. Yes. And it's expensive. And so we want folks to be protected, and to be able to protect their investments. So very cool.
Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. It's my honor. And next, I'm going to go to Candace with Working Roots Farm. You're the next person on my screen.
Peace and blessings, everyone. I am Candace Elliott. My farm is called Working Roots Farm. With the award from this year, I will be able to purchase 2 lots and get a water catchment system and some raised beds. Myself, my family, and another family, we're gardening over in the Nolan State Fair neighborhood, and we plan on just pretty much taking over the neighborhood and making it urban agriculture. We are focusing on community revitalization, just reconnecting with the earth through land stewardship, food sovereignty, and herbalism, and also sustainability. So yeah, we're just hitting the ground running and ready to go. So thank you for awarding us.
Awesome. No, thank you for that. That's beautiful what you just said. Community revitalization and, through, herbalism and like all of that is so important. And it's a big reason why I think a lot of you, so you're just taking over, are doing this work. And then, hold on, no, you can't touch my computer though. And Joshua McAllister, you are next on my screen. Can you just introduce yourself and your project?
How you guys doing? Thank you for this opportunity again. I'm excited to be next to Mr. Collins, and try to do one of these land-based projects through the Detroit Land Bank. We did, a land bank house, but on the auction side, and navigate all the paperwork through that, and maybe get one of them big plots where it's 5 to 7 spots, so we can use the NCRS to put hoop houses up, and maybe we can bring some aquaponics in there too as well. So I want to really team up and get an area. You guys seem like the people to do it. We're gonna come down from Ipsy and Ann Arbor. Mr. Collins is big up here, so we can try to expand and get close to the Eastern market, making the veggies and what fish, really, really fresh. I'm really excited to do that. That's fresh.
Oh,
so, but thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you. Awesome. Next on my screen is Sherry, who I know is a DBCFSN member. I do want to tell everyone that they should be DBCFSN members.
Absolutely.
It's only $5 a year. So if
Absolutely.
you can join DBCFSN, it's a great organization. And Sherry, if you can introduce yourself and your project, that'd be awesome.
All right. Thank you, Aaron. My name is Sherry Smith. I have DBCFSN member. I'm also part of a lot of different garden volunteering in the city. Been the steward of a community garden on land that I did not own for 3 years, and decided this year it was time to go ahead and make that leap onto land ownership, where I could definitely just kind of have more control, foresight, and be able to plan for the future better on land that I owned in my community. So my hope is to get these 2 lots on the corner of my block that are like right south, there's full sun all day long, and kind of replicate some of the things I've been practicing for the last couple of years with water catchment and drip irrigation and all kinds of fun stuff. And so I'm just excited. I'm excited. So thank you everyone who voted. I want to thank the Academy and everybody else.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, TC, your hand is up. You were also the next on my screen. So how did you know that? But anyway, I would love for you to introduce yourself and your project at this time.
Thank you. And I want to thank everyone in the Detroit Land Bank, and also all the members that are here today. I want to thank Josh also for participating and being down here in Ypsilanti, coming down to the Detroit community. I myself is TC Collins from Willow Run Acres, also Willow and Ypsi 4-H Club. We teach gardening and farming from ages 2 and up. We also created the Underground Railroad Garden to give the community the history about algae culture is connected from slavery to the future. So we have a lot of educational program to go with that. We also have a seed bank where we teach the community about saving and sharing and distributing heirloom seeds as best we can. Our project is going to be pretty much a combination of beehive, heirloom seed propagation, education component to sell to market, and also help people that are in need. That's the most important thing. And also adopt a raised bed program. And again, we want to thank you very much. My son keeps popping in and out. He's a little shy, but he himself want to help teach kids his age level. He's 12, and he would like to also teach kids his age level about algae culture, because going into the future, there are plenty of agricultural jobs and agricultural education for kids that are needed in this industry, very much so. And again, thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, I saw your son in the background. And I'm dropping, Candace asked me how to join DBCFSN, and my computer will let me, there we go. There's a link in the chat for how to join DBCFSN. Of course, there are all other ways. Again, we're a coalition. We're here for the DBCFSN Harvest Fest, which is where we usually make our announcement of our awardees. But we, there are also other ways that you can support, of course, Keep Growing Detroit and Oakland Avenue Urban Farm are our coalition partners. But today we're it's big time DBCFSN Day today. And Amanda from Finnegan Farms. I know, I saw you did. If you could introduce yourself and your project, that would be awesome. No.
Well, first, I want to definitely say thank you so much for accepting our application. Thank you so much for this funding. That's going to allow us to do a lot more. So my name is Amanda. I'm one of the co-founders of Finnegan's Farms. Right now, Finnegan's Farms is a sustainable agricultural design team. So we focus on implementing different like farming practices found across the African diaspora, along with other techniques found in permaculture to start and plan other sustainable landscaping designs, whether that's like a farm, rain gardens, things like that. So we've been really blessed and lucky to help other Black farmers and other people of color throughout the city start their own projects. And so now we'll be able to have the funding to have our own property and our own land to be able to just continue to grow. So we grow herbs and spices, and we also use those things for tea. So we sell our teas as well. So we're just excited to continue this legacy of Black farming in the city and just be here. You know, it's a very big deal for us to be able to contribute to such a wide network. So happy to be here. Thank you guys so much.
Glad you said that too. Wide network. You guys are the 40 of the 70 farmers that we have been able to fund to get again the Detroit Black Farmer. That's what we call y'all, right? Like y'all are the Detroit Black Farmers, and so there are 70 farms that we've been able to fund this year and last year, and so this is a movement. Like this is a big deal, and so like we definitely want you all to maintain and make sure that this is a community, right? And so we can rely on each other. That's why there are a couple folks who just joined. If you want to throw your information in the chat so that your other fellow awardees can be in contact with you. Last year, we made a big map to show where everybody's farms were. We'll likely do that again this year so everybody can see kind of, okay, where are the farms that are that are also close to me? Who are the folks that I can be working with? Who are the folks I can be sharing equipment with or things of that nature? So we, again, we talked about this in our application too. A big part of what we're doing, we're building a Black farming community here in Detroit. So this is not, we don't want anybody to feel like they're isolated or on their own, right? Like we're all here to support each other. And then the folks who just joined too, we're just going around, everybody's just, saying, I did the announcements, I showed your pictures, but I just wanted everybody to kind of introduce themselves and their projects. And so the next person I'm gonna call on is Tish, because Tish was here before, but Audrey, you're on my screen next, but I know you just joined, so I'll give you a minute. But
hello,
Tish,
how are you?
Yeah, good. How you doing?
I'm great. I feel wonderful. And I really appreciate this award for the second year. The first year was land, and this year is the infrastructure. And I am going to use it to buy a storage unit because I have got equipment everywhere. I'm a beekeeper. And I have been literally using my car to transport equipment between my house and the land and the bees. And I have bees in my house. I have bees wherever I go, flying around my car. And so this way I'll be able to store that equipment at the site. And that's just really important. It will definitely make my life easier. And my little road can go back to being a car instead of a pickup truck. And I really appreciate it. Yesterday, I was able to get one of the tillers that the Eastern Market offered. And so now I'm really excited because I can get my plots dug up, because for some reason the soil is so dense and hard. It's been a struggle just to try to plant over there. And that was really thrilling to get that. And so now I don't have to carry my lawnmower and the tiller and all of my gardening equipment back and forth from my house over to the lot. So I'm just thrilled with this award. So I want to thank you all for that.
Oh, awesome. I am so glad that you don't have to, I'm just like, I'm envisioning you driving around and like bees flying around in your car. That's what I like right
they
here.
fly. It's really weird. They know me when I drive up, because I keep my supplies in the car. I guess they can smell it. And so a lot of the times when I go over to the lot, I have to jump out of the car because there's bees flying around my windows, and they fly in the car. And I've had some fly over my parents' house. And so I just kind of let them out, and hopefully they find their way back home. But yeah, and it's really kind of weird. But I had some yellow jackets build a nest at my house. So, now I can just kind of leave everything in the storage unit and not have to worry about that anymore. So that's really great. I'm really excited about that.
Oh, good. And I'm glad that both you and Brenda are here, because I think I want people to see and hear and understand, like, it's not just, of course, there's putting everything in the ground, there's preparing the ground, there's working with the land, but then there's like all these other, like, I hate to call them wraparound services because I don't know, but that's kind of, there's all these other components that are also expensive and that also, contribute to whether you're going to be able to have a successful harvest. And so I'm so glad that you guys are here to kind of speak to that. And to remember, so like we're funding now land purchase, but then also infrastructure. Because
right. I have planting supplies at my house. My backyard is full of pots and plants. And so now I can just put everything over there and store it and keep everything looking neat, because that's important where you're in a neighborhood community, that what we're doing stays neat looking so that we don't have people complaining to the city about what's going on.
Very true. Also very true. So thank you so much for your commitment to doing this, to continuing for a second year. So that's good. We got two of our second year folks on. So we love that we have people that are coming back for more. So that's
great. Good. Thank you.
No, thank you. Broderick, I'm going to go to you next. Rescue My Nature Now. I try not to be partial, but they're one of my favorite gardens in the city. It's just so beautiful. I love how they do like the things that they're planting and natural, you know, like the native plants. I love it. So anyway, good to see you, Broderick.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Aaron, this is our
you're a little garbled. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Sorry.
You're a little garbled. I can hear you, but it's like it's a little like. Ooh.
Let's see. Better.
Yeah, I think it's a little better. Keep talking for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, our passion is rescuing the land and communities, specifically urban communities. We really believe in equity and that the urban community should have the same opportunity in green spaces as you would see in suburban communities. And so our passion is rescuing the land by rescuing the people. At the same time, we teach with our Farm Youth program the correlation between farm and finance. So that correlation is compounding. And so we teach the youth how to take advantage of compounding, both in nature, when one seed turns into 60 pounds of tomatoes, but you can take advantage of that same force in your personal life and in your finances. And so we want to get them started at a young age so they have that same equity. And so this year is continue to transform community and youth on that. So again, thank you, Aaron, for that opportunity.
Oh, hey, any like I said, anytime. It's an honor to support you all on these amazing projects. So thank you, Broderick. Let me see who else has not gone on my screen. Audrey, it's Audrey, right? You ready? Can you introduce yourself and your project?
I sure can. Hello, everyone. My name is Audrey Allen. I am this is my second year farming, gardening. The farm is Tranquil Hooks Tea. So I do medicinal herbs for tea. I will be putting in tea bushes, which take about 3 years to mature. And so I'll be planting in succession, every year behind that until I get a large enough space to harvest, to be able to supply the community with different forms of tea here. So the tea is so interesting to me because it's one plant, but it actually it's the stage that you cut it in and the stage that you harvest it in that makes it elong, makes it green, makes it black. And so I've always felt passionate about knowing what I put in my body from my grandmother. So during the pandemic, I did what I did growing up as a little girl. And so in that, I planted things that I knew she had in the backyard. And then I enhanced that with some things that I knew were needed in my community. And I've created an awesome space. It has become a space of refuge for me, for my family, for the community. I have great community support. I'm super excited. I went very, very hard last year. I did not participate last year in the process here. My heart just didn't know what to do. I was holding it because I thought I liked farming and gardening, but I fell in love last year. I didn't want to do anything else but be over at the garden 24/7. So I drive a small BMW convertible, 4-seater, and my back seat, so I understand Tish, my back seat is filled, my trunk is filled. And it's just, that just showed me where my passion was. And I just feel so blessed to live, to see the things that I really am passionate about be able to come to fruition. You know, the land, I'm just like bursting at the seams, like it's my 9th month, you know, the baby almost here. And I'm gonna be able to hold it and it'll be mine. The soil will belong to me and I can actually expand. I'm just super excited. I stay in my lane. I dream big. I go hard. I don't ask for a lot of help. I just stay focused. And that's what I'm looking to do. And I just appreciate you all for taking the time to put this together. I know it could be overwhelming at times, but the purpose is greater than any discomfort. This purpose is beautiful. So we really, really appreciate you. I know I'm speaking for everybody else, but for me, it's heartfelt. And Tranquil Hooks will be a name. I actually made a name for myself last year, the T did. Before people met me, they met my tea. And my tishners, you know, it's herbal plants made into like a flower tea. So it was met at the Farmington Market. It was met in the CSA boxes. And it was just me networking and just trying to figure it out. This before I even knew how to resource it. But it was like everything I needed was already within me. And it was just, I had to put all my passion on. I had to do like the Kenny Rogers. I had to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. And I just put my chips all in. No SBA loan, no nothing, just worked hard, took every dime I had and built it. So, you know, for future reference for everybody on the hard days, find you a sister or a brother that you can go to and just kind of let it go. Brenda Foster is the person that I would go to and I would just sit on the porch and she would just say, babe, it's gonna be okay. Stay focused. You're doing a great job. Just, it's okay. You can't be an island in this, but you cannot tap out either. Don't tap out. Just keep going. Because I'm living proof, you know? I appreciate you guys. Smooches, smooches, smooches.
I love that, like, there's again already community, right? So I mean,
yes.
Brenda has been like such a amazing, you know, member of the community too. So I'm not surprised to hear that she is.
Yeah, she is definitely my go-to person when it is. Well, we do it for each other.
We do it, yeah.
It's very synergetic, you know. If it's some days she would tell me, sis, it's time to go home. You're not planning out one more thing. Take your tail home and go get some rest. You know, and I needed that, you know. And she said, even with the Black Farmers Land Fund, she said, okay, so her auntie both said, so next year you're gonna not do it or you're gonna do it. They told me that in February. Don't mess up again next year. Don't make that same mistake. Don't let fear stop you. Go forward and be great. And so I appreciate you guys to the 10th power. I promise you I do.
I am so proud of Audrey. I am so proud. I don't even know what to say. I just want to kiss her on her face. I'm so proud of Audrey. She has come like out of her shell so much. Last year, it was kicking and screaming. It was me and her, and we looked at each other like that. Look, the sisters give each other like one more word and we about to roll on this ground. But it was love. And I needed to back up a little bit and regroup so I could come back and push her out there a little bit more because she has it. She's ready. She's been ready. She just didn't see it. And now I'm so proud of her.
Yeah, I see it now, baby.
I see you, baby. I got my buffs on, baby.
I love it. Energy. Oh, that's good. And I love how Sherry was also like drinking. I don't know if it was tea, but Sherry, you like were drinking out of a teacup. So I just thought that was cool that Audrey was talking
about. See, she made me remember my hibiscus right here. So I was like,
this is my chocolate mint. And this chocolate mint is a seedling I got from Brenda's garden that passed down to her. Now this chocolate mint has gone from my sister's garden, my garden, my best friend's garden, just from cuttings. Now it's in South Carolina. My daughter has it in Kentucky from a cutting. My auntie has it in Chattanooga from a cutting. and it has been a source of peace. So this is chocolate mint and fresh pomegranate. Yes.
I was gonna say, see, I'm excited. I love tea. Today was a coffee day, so I'm having some coffee. I don't have tea, but I love tea, and I'm very excited to have some tea from you. And that's, yeah, our plant's amazing. I mean, that's the other thing. Like, it's just, it's like the earth and the plants, like they hold us so close when we don't even know that we need it, right? And so,
yes.
I know, right? Josh is in the chat. I want some tea now. TC, I see your hand is up, and we still have a couple more people who need to introduce themselves. But TC, go ahead. I saw your hand.
Okay, I'll just make it real quick. At our farm in Ypsilanti, we grew over 125 gallons of Roselle hibiscus. So we have plenty that's drying up and bagging up for tea for this year.
I saw that. So you're going to be selling hibiscus tea?
Yes, we are. We're going to be bagging that up and hopefully have it on the market this coming December 1st. We're the largest African-American hibiscus producer in Michigan.
Yes, Black-owned hibiscus. So very excited about that. Thank you, TC, for letting us know. I definitely, I'm gonna put my order in now verbally. I just want you to know. And then I want to move on to, right now, everyone wants some tea. Now everyone's in the chat like I want some tea. Regina Tillman, if you could introduce yourself and your project, that would be awesome. Hey, how you doing?
Hello, I'm Regina Tillman. Urban Farm is called Detroit Urban Farm Life. And the project is to expand the urban farm. And I would also like to buy some fencing. The fencing would help to hopefully deter the white-tailed deer from coming in. And I would also like to do night events, night farming events over at the urban farm. So that'll give a little bit more security.
Ooh,
and
like
thank you again.
Oh, no problem. Just be sure I get an invite to the night event. Okay.
Okay.
That's the main thing. An invite, and I'll bring the DJ.
Okay.
I'll bring the DJ. All right, and last but not least, we have Jasmine Evans. If you're still there, right? I want you to
I'm here. Hello, everybody. I'm Jasmine Evans, one half of the Joy Project. Gabby Knox is my partner. We are birthing the Joy Project, which we are calling a living archive of the African Atlantic agricultural and culinary foodways, where we plan to create a space, cultivate a space where it's kind of like a living museum where you can come in and see these plants that have been integral in the transatlantic African experience and culinary traditions. You can come in and build relationships with those things and see them growing and doing their thing. Really just creating an environment where the land and the plants have space to teach us and tell us the stories that they hold for us. We're starting from the ground up. We've got an empty lot. We haven't started any production yet. So this infrastructure and land fund, we applied for both, and looking forward to, this process with the land bank, however long that takes. Hopefully by the spring, when the snow melts, we can get right to going to work.
Ashe, all your projects are so beautiful. But yeah, thinking about just all of the things that all of you just introduced, and just how each of them play a really important role, again, in kind of making up the wider, community of Detroit Black farmers, right? Like we have all of these different farms doing all of these different things, and we're all connected, right? And so it just fills me up with so much excitement and joy to know that, it's like now, everybody's putting everything to bed, but in the spring, it's going to be like a whole new ball game. So I am so I think everyone who's on has introduced themselves. Of course, there are other folks who were awarded that might not be here with us right now, but are absolutely in our hearts because they're a part of our community. I want to thank you all for being here and for applying, for believing in yourselves, and for wanting to do this for your communities and for your families. Intergenerational Black farmland ownership is our main goal, right? And so just seeing all of you, seeing the children in the background, this is why we do this work. This is why DBCFSN has been doing this work this year. DBCFSN is 15 years old. So a big happy birthday to DBCFSN for the Harvest Fest. Really appreciate you all making the time to be here and looking forward to working with all of you to get this land. Whoop, whoop. So if there's anything anyone wants to add, please do. Otherwise, we are about to wrap up. Oh yeah, if you haven't put your information in the chat for the awardees, make sure that you throw your information in the chat so so everybody can follow each other and so we can keep up with each other over the winter, right? I think that's an important way to. And I took down everybody's IG information from the call earlier this week. I didn't send it out yet, but I will do that, and I'll save this chat also so I can make sure I have everyone's information. But yeah, if y'all know. Oh, yep, TC, go ahead. I see your hand.
A real quick note that our garden classes start next week. Introduction to hibiscus tea, growing indoor herbs, and growing indoor varieties of teas, and that will continue on for the next 5 weeks. And we're picking up a lot of different other classes starting in January also.
Ooh, nice. Okay,
So,
good to know.
So if you want, you can look on our website, on our calendar, and we have a lot of classes that are picking up because we start a lot of classes from November 1st to April 1st, and then we switch our production all outside after April 1st.
Wow. Okay. I guess that's a great way to spend the off season. That's for sure. And what's the address? Is it willowrunacres.com? Can you put it in the chat?
Yes, I sure can.
And can you say it again? Because we're live on Facebook. If you could say it so people, and then they can follow you on Facebook, right? You're on Willow Run Acres on Facebook, TC?
Yes, willowrunacres.com, and it's also on Facebook.
Cool. And good. And anyone else who wants to shout themselves out on Facebook before they jump off, please feel free. Because again, we're live on Facebook, so I don't think they can see the chat, but they can hear you tell them where to go on Facebook to follow, or otherwise. And thank you TC. I will definitely be hitting you up about the farm classes. I didn't know you guys were starting those. So, but that's all I have, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And like I said, I'll save the chat so I can make sure I have it. Go ahead, Brenda. I see you unmuted. You want to?
No, I just wanted to say thank you. I just wanted to say peace to everybody. I look forward to seeing everybody in the spring. If we don't get to see each other before the end of the year, I look forward to us all getting together and meeting face to face and being able to visit your spots and you guys to be able to come visit me.
All right now. Cool. Thanks, everyone. Congratulations. Woo! All right, peace. Have a good one.
Foster Pet Community Garden. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yes. What type of garden? My name is TC from Little League.
Well, right now we don't have any major programs. We're hoping to start a children's program next year. That was on our table before COVID. But right now we have pretty much we're running vegetable